Today we're introducing Happy Sails, 40-foot island packet sitting at her dock in Punta Gorda, Florida. Shown here with her full boat cover, trucker grade fabric, nylon impregnated. Shown with the Hoyt boom against the staysail, stowed for the season. It's rigged when the cover comes off. The top of the mast is a bird deflector, custom on this boat. Seems to do a pretty good job of keeping the birds off. She's an excellent sailor, in excellent condition. Sail's teak has no varnish. Instead, she's sealed with a Semco sealer, twice-a-year application. Brings out the natural beauty of the teak and is far easier to apply. It can be wiped off fiberglass and stainless steel easily with a paper towel, and does seal the teak well. Happy Sails has a Sunbrella cockpit with vinyl side and rear panels and front windscreen, all of which can be rolled down and totally enclose the cockpit, which pretty much doubles the living space on this boat. In addition to the roll-down vinyl panels, Happy Sails has an insect sunscreen fabric that rolls down to totally enclose the enclosure to keep out bugs, yet let the wind through. The stern of the boat is the Raymarine Radome, a supplemental VHF antenna, in addition to the main antenna on top of the mast, the GPS antenna, 140 watts of solar panel, Kato davits, Kato motor lift, and a swim platform with a pull-out ladder stowed underneath the swim platform. Happy Sails is in excellent condition and ready to take you to blue waters where you can live your life of leisure. And here's Happy Sails without her cover on. Hatches are open. Walk around the deck. The main is rigged with lazy jacks, so we can have a full battened main as opposed to a roller furling. The reefing lines and control lines for the staysail are stored below decks while it's in its stowed position. Forward, she has two anchors. Starboard plow with 250 feet of chain. An auxiliary port claw anchor with 50 feet of chain and 200 feet of rode. Both foresails have roller furlers. Lowrance windlass with new brushes, chain stopper, storage below decks. Turning the corner carefully. Go down starboard. The typical handrails on an island packet. Traveler for the staysail. Screens have been recently replaced. 6 portholes on the sides and 1 in the cockpit. And the bimini enclosure aft. At Happy Sails cockpit are B&G instruments for wind, speed, depth, the computer that runs the autopilot. Also has a Raymarine 10-inch chart plotter that repeats from an RL70 at the helm at the nav station below decks. VHF radio, stereo speaker control, radio control, water pressure outlet at the aft. The lines are shown hung here to help preserve them. The roll-up vinyl, the front vinyl enclosures that can be opened, and starboard. There's the engine instruments. From the cockpit looking aft are the davits, the dinghy, the horse collar throwable rescue device, a custom seat back with stowable arms, so one of a kind, found only in this boat. This umbrella cover under the seat, so when the seat is removed, the teak seat is covered. Likewise, the instruments on port side have a cover for long-term storage. The lazarettes on each side, port, is over the aft stateroom and is shallow. The lazarette on starboard is deep and travels all the way forward under where I'm sitting. In that hatch there are rope storage, a 4 kW Panda Fisher Panda generator, 2 refrigeration units, a spare anchor, and other various paraphernalia, including snubbers for the 2 snubbers for the anchors. For cockpit entertaining, Happy Sails has a stowable table that can be expanded to accommodate 4 people easily around it, and a teak cup holder above. Also holds binoculars. Happy Sails has a spacious salon, leatherette upholstery, an upgrade from factory standard. On port, she's got a DVD TV with a separate radio amplifier, hella fans throughout, LED lighting, air conditioning for the salon. Moving into the forward cabin, displays the teak holly floor and the beautiful teak woodwork typical of an island packet. The forward cabin has a private head, shower, and sink. This boat has book storage on starboard behind the net. A few books shown there. The bunk is off to the side. It's spacious, well suited for an individual over 6 feet. There's separate LED lighting and fluorescent lighting above the bunk, along with a 12-volt DC outlet. The deck through holes all have bug screens and sunshades. Moving into the forward head, it's a pump toilet, cabinetry, mirrors. Shower curtain that surrounds the entire room when one wants to shower. Within the chain locker is a custom shelf that allows storage for, in this case, scuba equipment. There's 250 feet of chain on the starboard anchor and 200 feet and 50 foot of chain, 200 feet of rope and 50 feet of chain on the other anchor. And unique to this boat is storage for 2 scuba tanks. The salon looking aft again shows the television on port, book storage on both sides, ladder to the companionway, mosquito screens, bug screens over the hatch currently rolled up, the galley, nav station, and book storage on starboard. As listed in the equipment list, Happy Sails has shade tree awnings that covers the entire boat fore and aft along the mast, or along the boom. Keep it cool when sitting at anchor in a warm climate. For entertaining, Happy Sails table folds down and then folds out again to accommodate seating for more than 6 people. Liquor storage behind the table. A close-up of the nav station below decks shows that chart plotter, an RL70, that is repeated at the 10-inch chart plotter at the helm. The Pactor modem, Pactor 3 modem, a DVD, CD, radio player, and a satellite telephone. Control panel has complete complement of circuit breakers, the VHF radio that shares an antenna, mast top antenna, with the cockpit radio with automatic switching. There's the control for the 4 kW Panavision generator that's in the starboard lazarette, along with a single sideband radio that can be used for offshore communication. The galley is complete with a pressure water system, a manual pump water system in case the power fails, along with a high-end water filter system. It's got a microwave oven, a gimbaled 3-burner stove and oven, refrigeration freezer with 2 eutectic plates driven by 2 compressors in the starboard lazarette. A detail of the oven and range, and the inside of the refrigerator, and the freezer is adjacent. Typical on this boat are custom additions, a plexiglass insert behind the range for additional counter space, a custom plexiglass divider between the nav station and the galley to keep splashes off of the charts. Port is the second head that serves both the salon and the aft stateroom through a separate entrance. Has its own shower and a shower curtain surround. Moving into the aft stateroom, typical island cabinetry, lockable cabinet, fishing rod storage and nets, got the standard upholstery. This serves 2 people for sleeping accommodations. Right now it serves as a 6-man life raft storage and a 16-foot parachute drogue. There's an inset for that hemisphere right there that makes this into a full double bed. The hot water storage is behind that panel. Winslow life raft stored in the aft stateroom, and the 16-foot Paratech Drogue sea anchor with 400 feet of 3/4 inch anchor rode, the parachute, and a recovery system. Happy Sails engine has been maintained meticulously. Filters and oils changed on schedule. Picture shows a 100 amp Balmar alternator supplying 12 volt battery power. Port view of the engine, and on the door mounted a secondary filtration system, water separator, and prime pump. Port side of the engine showing the antifreeze overflow, heat exchanger Y transition, which is in very good condition, impeller access, and the back of the alternator. Details of Happy Sails is the water maker. It was a factory rebuild about 1 or 2 operating hours ago, along with a separate reverse osmosis filter, the 350 amp hour battery for the house bank. There's 2 of those, total of 700 amp hours. The controls for the water maker with many spare filters. Another hatch chocked full of spare parts for electrical, plumbing, just about everything you need on the boat. Also back there is a spare RAM drive for the autopilot. Unique with Happy Sails are the hose bib valves on all bronze through hulls that allow freshwater purging for long-term storage of all saltwater systems on the boat. All in all, Happy Sails is a comfortable boat ready to head for blue water. Happy Sails tender is a Avon 10-foot rigid inflatable with a 15 horsepower Yamaha 2-cycle engine shown here with the boat cover. Another view of the dinghy on its lift in Punta Gorda, Florida, showing the motor and the dinghy covered. The dinghy is in excellent condition, as is the motor.